That's how you get hurt. Being likable, I'm trying to be unbreakable. I just realized that this whole game is takeable if I want it. And I do, yes, I want it. I don't care how you feel about it. I do what I want. I used to look up to the people that I'm moving in front of. It's not that crazy anymore. My city used to a come up. Bryce and Jack G. James is up next. The rest is up to me. These lames is upset. My peers get upstaged. The fans are obsessed. My city is upcoming. These people are oppressed. And I'm
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard game, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Here's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. When you look at this defense, they come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, They're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for him. Let's see if they can get this going.
And he's got a Bengals first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Bengals had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
11.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson flush to his right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
What a first quarter he's been putting together. He scored the touchdown earlier, and he's in phase right out of the gate. Right now, he's playing with such confidence, he doesn't believe that they have an answer for him no matter what they do on defense. And here's another big play to prove his point.
And this is caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 36 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
11, Thomas.
On second down, here's Mixon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Hey, look at this Baltimore defense.
They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
11.
On third down, Burrow. That is caught. And he goes out right around the 39. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Here we go.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Here we go. Stop.
It's Mixon on the counter. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Gun.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
12.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Joe Burrow, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Jackson looking to throw on third. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. He'll buy some time right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first.
Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill puts it off, and the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
11. 11.
Now it's Burrow. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 71 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first There he goes, right side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Short throw to Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11. Stop.
Now Burrow. Flushed out right. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Patrick Ricard in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Bengals 17. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2. Into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, Charles, in that 1st half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half,
Here we go.
how about all the offense that you already referenced in the 1st half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
And this might net him a yard, if that, as he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, the 25. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
12.
Burrow will throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone, but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Joe Mixon. And he will take it all in for the Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, but as they go out on offense.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TD. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
On second down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. On second down, here's Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On third down, Jackson. Now he's flushed out right. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
11, 11, 11.
Burrow looking to pass. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And that would complete once again to Higgins. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Mixing up the middle. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 3rd down, Mixon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts. For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Jackson on 1st down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
Reports had him going to a lot of other teams, but the Ravens swooped in and surprised many by signing Beckham as a free agent. Didn't play last year as he recovered from a knee injury and gives the Ravens a weapon they haven't had at wide receiver in quite some time.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Daxton Hill puts it off. Down to the 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TV. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Jackson's throw complete there to Beckham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number 1, it's easy for him to get lost. And number 2, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
3rd and goal, Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13.
Ravens 28. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's...
There he goes, left side. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And McPherson on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now Jackson on 1st down. It got his man complete. Down the right sideline. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13.
Ravens 35.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
132 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 5. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he is going to have the Bengals first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Bengals first down.
11.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Here we go.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
12. That.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Here's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. It'll go as a sack for a loss of a yard, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
And the Ravens first down.
They go play action with Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Jackson will throw again. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw here.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
The decision made for him. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So it's the Bengals who come away with a win, and the man leading the way was their quarterback.
Yeah. First off, my name Toad, but it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM that keep my season, that keep me fufu. Grew up wearing platinum fubu on the Southwest eating fufu. And a hammer that I keep don't come with nails. Look, I ain't know who Bill Burr was until I met the man. Half my married to the street without a wedding band. I done peeped that